2, 3, 4. Oh, oh, ah, 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 ah. I have a baby girl. Yes, sir. Eh, eh. You know they found my hand. He's always by my side. I have a very big God. I have a very yes. So every person out there, yes, I have a very big God, and it's totally exciting when things happen. He really talks about how big our God is. So, on today's episode of God Centric Lifestyle, I'm going to be talking about character formation. There's a quote I'm going to use this morning, and character is actually like pregnancy. This is very exciting to me. It's actually like you're pregnant, and wherever you are, it shows up. Consciously, unconsciously, no matter how you try to hide it, it shows up, and that speaks to you. I'm going to be throwing out examples on why we need to build a solid and a good character. Good character in terms of how people see things done. So I have this friend of mine. She is quite in her late 30s and was looking to settle down. And then there comes this man. He proposes everything beautiful, everything nice, and he also wants to settle down. And they begin to talk marriage. Before we know it, my friend invites this guy to her house to meet with her parents, and then they begin to have conversations. Within 2 weeks, the guy is ready to come to pay her bride price. Lo and behold, friends of hers keep telling her, babe, you need to calm down. Babe, you need to research this guy. You need to check out this guy. You need to check who he is and everything like that. And baby is like, oh, God has answered my prayers. Red flag 1. God answers your prayers. You need confirmation. I don't talk about this enough, but I'm going to say it here and now. That even what seems like an answer could be a wrong thing. What seems like an answer could be a wrong thing. I won't go into that in this topic. In the next topic, you will probably hear something about that. Let us continue on character formation. So here comes this fantastic guy. They're building bond, they're building friendship. The guy keeps on calling and just being nice, sends money, sends foods her bills and all those stuff, being very nice and all good. And then this night comes and the guy calls in, but he happens to be tipsy. Lo and behold, my friend begins to notice that he's tipsy and says, oh, why not go in and freshen up and everything. And the next morning she calls and says, oh, what happened yesterday? You actually tipsy, you were talking to me, you were talking nonsense. And the guy flips the script and says, she is the one that is talking nonsense. Wow. Wow. Really, wow. Like, seriously, wow? How? And she said, and he says he wasn't tipsy, he just drank a little bit. And I'm like, oh my goodness, he really did say this. So why I'm giving this illustration is the fact that character actually seems like a small thing, but it becomes very overblown and it becomes very evident in everything you do. And in everything you do, pick out these things. You begin to see the little areas, the little things that has happened, the little things that have formed this person that you're going to be with. It can be the person you're going to be with. It can be the place you're going to work. It can be the place you intended to study. You see these values. You see these little values. Lo and behold, my friend begins to say, okay, this guy that drank this much is calling it normal. That means it seems normal to him. If it seems normal to him, it's not normal to her. So that means this guy, his normality or value system is different from hers, and she needs to do research. Lo and behold, she goes on to open a can of worms. That ends the whole situation or the engagement. Why am I saying this story? I'm saying this story because the little things matter. Character matters. An honest person is an honest person, and a person that will tell you the truth whenever wherever he finds himself, he will tell you this is this and that is that and that is it and that's fine now. A person that is a rugged person, he cannot hide it. He cannot hide it for long. And I'm telling you that these things happen within a space of about 2 weeks. 2 weeks, you couldn't keep your character to yourself. That was God's work in action. So the importance of character is not just the fact that it's not for you alone, it's for others. But as much as possible, it helps you to get the good things. It really helps you to get the good things. Character formation helps for the good things. There might be these little things that you have to do in a day, you don't know why. In the morning, you have to wake up, you have to go to work. It's already part of the character you are forming. One, that is discipline. You wake up in the morning, it's time for work, you work. You come back in the evening, after work, you rest. It's character, it's discipline. It helps to create discipline, and it's your actual character. But if you cannot stay in a workplace, if you cannot wake up in the morning and go to work and work for someone and come back, in all honesty, collect your day's pay or your monthly wage and use it for something profitable, and I don't know what you can be disciplined at. That's the basic. It feeds you, so you have to do it, and you have to be happy while doing it. Secondly, if you cannot wake up in the morning and prepare your bed, it's already a default in character, because that is the basic. That's the only thing. Okay, if you don't create anything in your workplace, the making of the bed is actually a creation. Let's just give it a name like that. It's creation. You're doing something. You're adding one value or the other to yourself. If you cannot wake up in the morning and you're the man of the house, you cannot drop funds for your wife. Maybe you went out the previous day, you spent a little bit too much drinking with the boys. Guys, that's character there. That is character there. That's character formation there. It speaks to who you are. I remember while I was in the university, I stayed in a room where we had like 6 of us in that room, and the head of the room, because usually in University of Benin we have like bunk beds in different places, but the Akona seems to be like the head of the room because she has the biggest space. So the head of the room at that time was a lady named, for lack of, I will try to hide her profile here. Her name is Kehinde, right? And Kehinde is she's a very disciplined person. She made us do all sorts of things. She made us bond. We were buying birthday gifts in different months for different celebrants. Whenever something was spoiled in the room, we contributed money. In fact, we had a purse. This was how the bond was. We had a purse. We put funds together. When there was something, when we needed to buy a broom, we would use the money. We would sometimes use the money to buy a mop stick, just things for the general upkeep of the room. And I found that to be her character. She couldn't stay in a place where things were spoiling. We constantly had to fix bulbs, repairs, and stuff like that with that purse. And I really appreciate her for that, because in your daily life there's always that avenue for you to want to do one or two things with people. One, team bonding, working with people. That taught me working with people. And two, also getting to know your mates and your peers, their birthdays, and then also celebrating them on those days, and then also being catering for the home, just thinking I'm tidying things up with that little funds you're making, or that little funds you have. Character formation, I'll say this again and again. Your character is you're pregnant. Wherever you are, it shows out. It shows us and it shows up. So guys, try to be at your best. If you don't seem not to have the best of character, it's not too late to begin to change this narrative. There are formation centers, there are finishing schools where you can actually go to just develop character, and then there are all sorts of places where you can just Google it and see how you can get to form your character. I'm speaking to young and old alike, because there's never a time you stop to learn. And on this, I'm going to close out here. Thank you for listening. Bye.